Let's start this workout with some footwork. We'll have 4 springs on, 2 yellows, 2 blue, and lie down on your back with your heels on the bar parallel. We'll inhale to prepare, exhale, press your legs straight, and inhale, slowly come back in at the same pace. Exhale, press out, inhale, draw in. Use your legs to press out, use your abs to pull back in. You'll make sure that your spine is neutral, so your ribs are anchored down. Your tailbone is down. There should just be a little bit of space under your low back. Exhale to push. Inhale in. You're working in both directions and moving at the same pace in both directions. Last press, and draw back in. Take your heels out to the corners of your foot bar. Turn your knees and feet out. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your legs straight. Inhale, coming slowly back in. Exhale, press out. Press from the backs of your legs. You can feel the connection between your heels and your sit bones. And feel your abs always drawing in on every exhale. Last 2. Bring your legs back to the center of the foot bar. You'll have the balls of your feet on parallel. Press your legs straight and lower both heels down under the bar into a stretch. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, draw your low abs up and in and lift the heels. Inhale, slowly lower back down. Even though we're working the calves to do this, you still want to be connected to the center of your body and feel that initiation of the lift from your lower abdominals. Exhale to lift. Inhale, slow stretch under. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lift up and then lower one heel under the bar. Bend the opposite knee like you are walking in place. Keep breathing as you do this. And just notice that your pelvis stays still and it's not shifting up and down or side to side. Every time you take that exhale, draw your navel into your spine to engage your lower abdominals. One more each leg. And then bend your knees, slowly draw back in. Sit up for a spring change. You can go to 2 yellow springs, or if you ever need it a little bit lighter, a yellow and a blue. Lie back down for some arm and an ab work. Here, you'll want to make sure that your shoulders are down away from these blocks. You don't want to be touching. Reach back and grab your shorter loops. Take your arms straight up to the ceiling to get some engagement in your arms, and then walk your legs up to tabletop. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach your arms past your thighs, and inhale, slow back up. Your focus here is on your lower abs drawing in to support your back. You don't want to feel any tension in your back or in your thighs here. Adding on, we'll curl up head, neck, and shoulders as you pull the arms down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Shoulders pulling down the back. Spine staying neutral. That tailbone anchored down. You'll gaze down and see that your navel is always drawing into your spine, indicating that you're working that deeper layer of muscles. Rest your feet down. We're going to add in some lower abdominal work to that too with a single leg stretch. So get back into it the same way, arms up, walk your legs up to tabletop. Now as we curl up, we'll stretch one leg straight. Inhale to prepare, exhale, curl, stretch. Inhale, return, exhale, opposite leg. The leg can go lower or higher depending on where your abs can support it. If you ever feel any tension in your low back, then you are too low. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach. We've got one more each side. And lower down with control. Keeping those straps for one more variation, we're going on to double leg stretch. You can always do this series with your head down on the headrest the entire time and eliminate the chest lift. Arms will go straight back up again. Walk those legs up to tabletop. Now inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up, stretch both legs straight. Inhale, slowly back in. Exhale, curl up, stretch out. Inhale, back in. We've got 3 more. Low abs drawing in. Feel them working really hard to support your back. And lower everything down with control. Hang up those straps. Come up for a spring change. We're going into some bridging, so you can add back on your blue spring. So you have 2 yellows and 1 blue. You'll want to flip this headrest flat and lie back down on your back. Heels on the foot bar in the center and parallel again. Keep your carriage still as you start to bridge up and down. So on your exhale, draw the navel into your spine. You can roll through your spine through a pelvic tilt. Lift those sit bones up in the air. You'll want to feel your glutes working here. And then slowly lower and roll your spine back down to the carriage. And a few more times like that. Just breathing as it comes for you naturally. Connecting to your deep abdominals and glutes. Reach your knees over your feet. You want to feel openness through the front of your hips. Lower down. You'll lift up again and hold the bridge up. And we'll move the carriage back. So press from your sit bones and your heels. Move back. Keep your hips really high as you bend in, reaching your knees out over your feet. And keep going with that leg press. Working really hard through your glutes. Abs are drawing in. And just press out as far as you can without losing your deep core connection. Exhale to press. Inhale, reach your knees over your feet. Don't let your hips drop down as you bend in. Keep them high to get that really good stretch through the front of your thighs. Come all the way into that stopper. Lengthen as you roll your spine back down to the carriage. We do the same thing with our heels wide. Turn your knees and feet out again, and we'll keep the carriage still as we start to bridge up and down. Roll your spine down to the mat, one bone at a time. Initiate on the exhale, taking a little pelvic tilt. Your low back flattens into the mat, and then lifts up, sit bones and tailbone reaching up towards the ceiling. Roll down. Bridge up. Feel those glutes lifting you up. Abs are drawing in to support your spine. Roll down to the mat. And then next time that your hips are up in the air, we'll start to move the carriage again. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, press through the feet, then the sit bones. Inhale back in. Exhale, press. Inhale in. You don't have to go all the way out. Just whatever feels connected to you, that you maintain your neutral spine without arching your back. Exhale to press. Inhale, bring it in. Keep your hips high as you come in, not losing that openness through the front of your hips. This is our last press out. Bring it all the way back into the stopper. Roll your spine back down to the mat. Great job. You can take a figure 4 stretch here if you'd like. Just cross one ankle over the opposite knee. Reach your hands through, pulling that knee up to your chest. Feel a stretch in your glute. Switch sides, crossing that other leg over, reaching through to pull up. Just see that your pelvis stays stable and level. And we'll come up for a spring change. We'll put our feet in the straps next. So you can do a yellow and a blue, or 2 yellows if you'd like it to be a little heavier. This headrest is going to come back up to its top position. Lie down on your back and put both feet into your longer loops. Press your legs straight out at a 45-degree angle. So we'll have a neutral spine here as well. So ribs stay down. Your tailbone stays down. We want to maintain that bit of space under our low back. So inhale, start to draw the feet up in the air. You'll notice that if you go too far, your tailbone starts to lift. So you'll want to stop when your tailbone is anchored down. And then on your exhale, reach through the sit bones and the heels. Pull your legs down just as far as you can without your ribs popping off the mat. So it's much more important to focus on your stability here rather than a big motion. As your core gets more stable, you'll be able to move your legs further. Abs drawing in. Inhale. Exhale, reach down. Low abs pulling up and in. I'm going to feel more energy through the back of your legs than the quads. You'll lift up into a stretch of your hamstrings and then really reach through the back of your legs to go back down. Last time, pressing straight down. And then this time, lift your legs up together. Let's circle around. So legs push out, pull down, and back together. Working from the backs of your hips and keeping your focus on the stability of your neutral spine. Your breath can come at any time here. Just make sure that you maintain your connection to it and let it help you get deeper into your abs. Let's reverse the direction. Legs stay together and you press them down. Make sure not to arch the back here as your legs open out to the side and pull back together. Working from the backs of your legs, back of the hips. Keep your concentration on your deep abdominals. Got 2 more circles here. And then legs come together again, back to that 45-degree angle. Heels together, toes apart, so your feet make a V. Keep your heels squeezing tightly and bend your knees into a frog and press back out. You'll only want to bend in as far as you can without flattening your back and lifting your tailbone. You'll slowly come in, letting your abs guide you into that frog. And you'll press through the back of your legs, your inner thighs and heels to press the legs back out straight. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. And 2. Last press out. And then you can just bend your knees into your chest, slide your feet out of there, and put your feet back on the foot bar. We'll come up off our backs now. Let's put the foot bar all the way down so it's out of your way. And your springs will be 1 yellow right now. And you'll grab the box and put it on in the long position. Your headrest will go back down and we'll be sitting on the box facing the straps. You'll want to reach up and grab all the way up onto the ropes. Your feet are pressing down. You're sitting tall and arms stay straight. The motion is through your spine again, just like the bridge. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, a little pelvic tilt. And you'll start to roll back bone by bone. Put your low back down first. Take an inhale, exhale, scoop deep into your abs. Press your feet down and roll back up and stack tall. So it doesn't matter how far you go back. You just want to keep that C curve in your spine and deep abdominal connection the entire time. So low back and ribs can go down. And keep those arms straight. Let the straps assist you back up so that you are getting deeper into your lower abdominals each time. Move slow and controlled. And then you can keep going with this variation, or we'll add in a little single leg and oblique work. So I'm going to roll down through the center, use my abs to float my right leg up to tabletop. It's going to stay fairly still in space. And as I roll up, I'm just taking a slight turn towards my right thigh, getting deeper into my right oblique. That left foot is pushing down. Breath is even, however it works best for you is fine. And then I'll roll down, put my right leg down, use my abs, float that left leg up. Pelvis stays fairly level as I now just turn my chest slightly to the left, rolling up and activating more through my left oblique. You always want to see that your lower abdominals are drawing in, never bulging out. That drawing in indicates that you're getting into that deeper layer of abdominal muscles that gives you stability in your body. And last one to the left, back to the center. Both feet down, and then last roll back up to seated and stack up tall. Hang up those straps. You can keep your tension probably just on that 1 yellow or take it a little bit lighter to 1 blue. You're coming face down onto your box. I put my hands on the corner of the box and just come straight down onto it, just with your chest a little bit off the front of the box. For pulling straps, you hold the same place on the straps. and everything is on the outside of your wooden frame. For a neutral spine here, you'll want to lift your navel to your spine up away from that box. You can feel your pubic bone anchored down, your sit bones reaching towards your feet. Inhale to prepare, and your exhale, straight arms reach to the floor and all the way up to your side. Inhale, straight back down. Exhale, as you lift the arms, you lift the low abs. As always in Pilates, you're focusing on the center of your body. You don't want to feel any tension in your low back here. Just your upper back working and your arms working. The next one, we'll pull back and hold and add in a tricep kickback. So bend your elbows, exhale, reach straight. Inhale, exhale. Are your abs still engaged? Gaze is down towards the floor. Reach out through the crown of your head. Reach your sit bones towards your feet so you're maintaining length and connection in your body as you move your arms. Let's go 3. And last 2. Last reach back, and then straight arms will lower you down to the floor. So let your head and chest drop here. And then take your hands lower so they're just below that D-ring on your strap. The arms reach out to the side so your body makes a T. Palms stay down to the ground as you reach to your side. And then actively and strongly reach back out to that T. Pull the shoulder blades down to work your lats. Keep those abs lifted up and in. Really good postural exercise to strengthen the upper back. Got 3 more times. Keep those palms facing the ground. Shoulders and chest are open. And then this is our last one. Reach strongly back out to that T. And then again, lower down. Hanging up your straps. We'll stay right here. Scoot forward on your box a little bit. So I'm even resting my elbows down on the wooden frame and really just letting all the tension go in my head and neck. We're going to do a little press up to swan here for upper back mobility. So on my exhale, I'm going to draw the shoulder blades down my back, stay lifted through the abs, and press the arms straight, and as I feel that work and mobility in my upper back. So you can move your hands around to a spot that works best for you. Shoulders pulling down, chest stretches forward, abs stay lifted. Just playing around with different variations. Arms can stretch out further. But really making sure that this does not compress your low back. Really looking for upper back work and mobility here. So anywhere on that wooden frame is good. Once you get really flexible, you can even put your hands right under you on the box and do your press up from there. So any of those variations are fine, whatever works for your body today. Lower down, and just one more swan. Elbows, shoulders pulled down the back, chest stretches forward. Make sure that you're not lifting through your neck too much, but really focusing on that upper back. Great job. You'll just swing your legs off to one side, and we are done with the box. We'll come up onto our reformer for some plank work now. I'm going to bring the foot bar all the way up to the top level. Your springs can be a yellow and a blue, or if you need more support for your plank, you'll do 2 yellows. Let's come on kneeling. Your feet will be right back against those shoulder blocks, hands on the foot bar. You're going to engage through the low abs first, and then press up to a plank. And then I'm going to lower down. My tension's a little bit too heavy, so adjust that if you need it. And then lift up to the plank again, and then press out through your outer armpits. Keep that plank position and come back in. Inhale, press through your feet. Exhale, bring your chest back forward over that bar. So just like their last exercise, pulling straps, you're working a lot through your core. You have that same lift of your navel to your spine, and you're working through the upper back. Let's go 2 more. Just working in the range that you can control and feel supported. You can come further over that foot bar if it works well for you. And then coming all the way back in and putting your feet flat down on the carriage for elephant. So this time our spine is back in that C curve. Head is dropping down with no tension in your head, neck, or shoulders. And then on my inhale, I'm pressing my feet back. And exhale, I scoop deeper into my lower abdominals to bring that carriage back in. Inhale and exhale. So just hinging from the hips. Really active through the back of the legs. You should feel a stretch in your low back and your hamstrings as you pull that carriage back into the stopper. Your upper body is still in space, like you're stuck in concrete. Pull in and then cross that right ankle over your left. Either squeeze your inner thighs and then keep going with the same motion. And you'll just feel it work a bit differently through your hips and then your obliques kicking in to bring that carriage back in. The emphasis of this exercise is actually drawing the carriage in with your abs. The last 2. And last 1. Right leg back to its shoulder block. Left leg crosses over, head drops down. Little press to the leg. Pull in with your abs. Focus on that deep scoop of your abs to pull your carriage in. Last 2. And last 1. Drop down to your knees and we'll do some kneeling arm work. I'm going to switch to just 1 yellow spring. You can do a yellow and a blue still if you'd like it to be a bit heavier. Turn around to face your straps and your feet are off the back of the carriage. You can have a little grip on there, just safety-wise. For this exercise, chest expansion, the abs have to be engaged the entire time to keep your balance up here. So we'll inhale to prepare. On your exhale, pull the arms straight down and then keep your abs engaged as you slowly release. So fingertips reaching for the ground. Feel the back of the arms working the upper back. Your abs are pulling up and in to support you here. Make sure your glutes are not clenching. Your sit bone should actively be reaching for your feet, but not clenching to support you. You can always hold up higher onto your ropes here for a bit more tension. And then let's add in a few head turns here. So pull back and hold, turn your head to the right. and to the left. Pulse your arms back and slowly release. Pull back and hold. This time head turns left and to the right. Pulse back and slow release. Pull back, right, left, pulse, release. Last time, pull back, turn left and to the right. Pulse back and release. Hang up those straps. I'm turning to my right, and then I'm putting one blue spring on. You'll just want one spring here, either the blue or the yellow, for a side plank variation. So I'm taking my left leg out onto that headrest, pressing from the right side body. I'll inhale and reach out into a plank and hold for a moment. So abs are in, tailbone is pressing forward towards your pubic bone. So you feel really engaged on this right standing glute and your right side body. Now when you come in, lift through the abs to control back in. Press out. Strong right side body, stretch to the left, and use your abs to control back in. Press it out. And come back in. This time we'll press out and hold. We're going to add in some upper back rotation. So without moving the carriage much, you're going to twist down, tap that left hand down, come back up, scoop through your abs. Feel the motion between your shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale, twist down. Inhale. Exhale. Use your abs. Come all the way back up so your body is vertical. Drop that left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Grow taller through the crown of your head. And you'll take a side stretch the other way. So stretching that left inner thigh and right side body. Come up and turn around. So left knee is near the end of your carriage, right leg on that headrest. We're going to work through that left side body and press out to that side plank. Hold just to make sure you're organized. So navel is in, tailbone pressing forward towards your pubic bone, and then lift through the center of your body as you bring that carriage back in with control. Press it out, stretch over. Abs lift you up. Strong left side body, that left shoulder down away from your ear. We've got two more. This one we press out and hold. The carriage stays fairly still as we twist down, tap that right hand down, lift back up. Scoop the abs. You should feel that motion come from your upper back around your shoulder blades. There's two more. And last one. Coming all the way up with control. Right hand drops down. Left arm comes up in the air. You grow taller and stretch over to your right. Feel that right inner thigh and left side body stretching. And then stepping to the floor in front of you, we'll end with Eve's lunge. So you'll want one yellow spring on for this. Your standing leg, which is my right leg, is all the way at the top of your reformer. Your left knee is down, and we simply press back into a lunge that feels like a comfortable stretch to hold. You never want to collapse into this, but you still do want to be aware of your core control. So navel is pulling in so that your pelvis is straight ahead. Sometimes this back hip will want to open up, so just bring it back in square. And then you'll take your left hand or whatever knee's on the carriage, reach it up, side bend away from your reformer, and that should give you a little bit more stretch through this left psoas or hip flexor. Inhale and exhale. And then come over to the other side for our final stretch. So standing foot is all the way at the top of your reformer, back knee down, and just press back to what feels like a good stretch for your body. So maybe it's in that left hamstring or hip, or in your right hip flexor. Check in with the abs, make sure that they're still drawn in at a low level to provide some support for your body. And then I'm taking my right hand up, the same knee that's on the carriage, and you side bend away from your reformer. Got our last inhale and exhale. Bring it back in, and I will see you next time.